Welcome back to the Values of Übermensch series. Today we will take a look at independence regarding our time and overall existence. Chapter 3: Existential Independence. Of all forms of independence, this one is undeniably the hardest to attain if you haven't been born with it or raised into it, which most people did not. In the field of professional psychology, the process of gaining existential independence is called individuation and consists of several steps. In my opinion, it's a super interesting and practical topic because it builds your confidence and teaches you how to value yourself more. But I would like to hear your opinion on this. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like me to dive deeper into this in the future. To be completely independent on the existential level is to live with conviction that you are enough. Being enough in this regard means that you don't live to prove anything to anybody. Being independent in your existence means that you live for your own sake in the first place. You live for yourself, not for others. This doesn't mean that you don't care for others, but rather that you don't base your self-worth, happiness, and sense of accomplishment on their expectations or opinions. You base it on your own sincere judgment of your effort and attitude. Let's do a little test of your existential independence, shall we? Answer yes or no to the following questions and write them down. Has someone else's possible negative opinion enough power to stop me from taking an action? As an example, does your neighbor thinking, "what a fool," stop you from doing lunges with a couple of dumbbells in your backyard? Does someone else's remark on your somewhat controversial hat make you not wear it anymore? Is your parents' opinion about your job more important to you than your own fulfillment? Lastly, let's say you are in your early 30s, all your friends are getting married, and you are single. Do you feel pressured instead of minding your own business? If you answered yes to any of these, you got some work to do, pal. Chapter 4: Temporal Independence. Stemming from the Latin word tempus, which means time, temporal independence is the ultimate expression of being free. Free to do what you want and when you want it. It's closely related to materialistic and existential independence, as we have to make money first in order to pay for our food, house and other necessities in order to enjoy some leisure time later. As Nietzsche said, whoever does not have 2/3 of his day for himself is a slave, whatever he may be. A statesman, a businessman, an official, or a scholar. To be fully in charge of all of our time is a dream most of us can hardly conceive. Yet each and every day, many creatives, entrepreneurs, artists, or businessmen show us it can be done. The problem is we label them with the names I just mentioned, and that makes them look somewhat superior in our mind. We think, yeah, good for them, they could do it, but not me. When in fact most of the people who attain this status of completely owning one's time are not much different from anyone else. In most cases, in their beginnings they felt very similar. They just have been at it longer and working harder. To reach the ultimate temporal independence, you will most likely have to give up all of your time for a period of usually 5 to 10 years, choose one thing to work really hard at, and increase the intensity as you go. All of the types of independence are interrelated. The sooner you start practicing materialistic independence by not buying unnecessary things and saving and investing instead, the quicker you will get to the point where you decide completely how you spend your time. As we said earlier, freedom isn't free and time is no exception to that. You will never have more than 24 hours in a day, but you very well can be in charge of each and every one of them. In summary, independence is not exactly a finite state or goal to reach, but rather a type of mindset to cultivate. Independence doesn't mean that you are untouchable or that nothing has influence on you, but rather that you are your own most important resource. Whatever happens to you, you ask yourself, what can I do about this? Instead of, who is gonna save me? You don't point fingers, you lift your finger up stating confidently, I'm in charge and I will find a way. Lastly, independence doesn't mean that you can't ask for help, but rather that you never rely on it. Thank you so much for watching. Which of the all 4 types of independence is most important to you? Comment below and let's see which one wins. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to subscribe and like for more of Nietzsche's wisdom. See you soon, fellow thinker.